What's up, everybody? Diana Gray, otherwise known as AceFangirl here, and welcome to the debriefing for Walking Dead Blind. It's kind of hard to know where to start talking about a game like Walking Dead. I kind of can't believe it's actually over. It seems like it went a lot faster than it actually did, but that's probably because I started uploading 2 days a week. I really enjoyed this project. I hope a lot of you did too. I don't think it was as popular as maybe Hatful Boyfriend was, but I don't want to be defined just by dating sims, although, in actuality I wouldn't really mind that. But I do want to expand my horizons and do other games, and I figured I'd never done Walking Dead before. I'd never played it, and I'd heard that it was super awesome and a really good game, and it makes you think, and it's really good. So I figured that I would be able to do it on my channel. And my friend Dennis was in support of this plan, as you all heard from himself on episode 16. Overall, I'm really glad that I chose to do this blind, because I would definitely have wanted to share this game with you guys, for any of you who had not played it or before, or for anyone who just wanted to see my reactions. I feel like it wouldn't have been as good if I hadn't done it blind. I figured what I would do for this debriefing is kind of go through, talk about the main characters. Probably, I'm going off my memory of the decision chart thing that was showed up at the very end of the game. And then kind of talk about my overall feelings, and then kind of give you the lowdown of what's going to be happening over the next couple weeks. Because Christmas is coming. And do you know what that means? That means winter is coming. Or for some of you, it's probably already here. And do you know what that means? Holiday Star. But that is not what this video is about. So, Walking Dead. It started off really, really difficult because my recording software did not like Walking Dead, and I had to re-record the first episode like 4 times. LOL, remember those days when I thought nothing was gonna go wrong? Things went wrong. But anyways, so I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I should have probably done this while I wasn't on recording. But, I'll let you guys see me struggle. I do these debriefings in one take, so, I'm not as cool as you probably think I am. Unless you don't think I'm cool, then you're right. I'm obviously gonna save Lee and Clem for last, because that only makes sense. So, I guess we can start with the people we had originally. So, and by originally, I mean the motel. So I'm thinking, because that's kind of the first time that everyone really got together and we all kind of had a thing going on. Kenny. We could start with Kenny. Kenny and Katja and Duck. Duck, you all know my feelings about Duck. I was extremely annoyed by Duck. I'm sorry, but I was. He was just a really, really annoying kid, and I didn't like him. And, I'm sorry. Like, honestly, I am really sorry for everything bad I said about Duck. I really, really am. But he was kind of asking for it. The annoying things, not the death part. But that's a shitty way for anyone to go. Trust me, I know that better than anyone. And, so I was kind of wondering, though, like, is it clear whether he died from the bite like I did, or if did he die from blood loss? Like, what did he die from? No one ever really said. But regardless, R.I.P. Duck. Sorry, I said all those bad things about you. You were an okay character, I guess. Suppose next would be Katja. I really liked Katja. I really wanted to like Katja. I did like her up until, obviously, her death, because I don't agree with that. Like, and I don't know, like, I feel like if Kenny wasn't there, if Kenny was dead by this point for whatever reason, I don't even know if Kenny Ken died before that, but just theoretically, if Kenny was dead, then maybe I could forgive her. But at this point, Kenny had already just lost his son, and he just lost his wife just freaking commits suicide. I was listening to it in editing, and I heard the realization moment when I realized what I was going to find in that clearing, and I was not happy about it. What I also think, well, something interesting, actually, that Dennis told me, because after I recorded, if I had, like, a really tough recording session where, like, a lot of people died or I made some decisions and I wanted to know how things would change, I would go talk to Dennis about it, because and for some things he would remember, and for some things he chose the same thing as me, so, like, he couldn't speak to it. But he said that something akin to, like, if Katja doesn't go off into the woods, she just picks the gun up off the ground and shoots herself right there. And I'm like, wow, okay. Like, so that's completely uncorroborated. I don't know if he's actually right on that, because he said he didn't really remember, but something like that. I was like, wow, okay, whatever. I don't think that was the right course of action for Katja at that point. But at the same time, I do respect the words of Kenny when he said at the end of the game, when they were all standing on that roof, I'm trying to imagine Katja and Duck here, and I just can't see it. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I can't see it either. And maybe it was better for them to go when they did. Kenny himself, man, I still feel guilty about that one. I think I did that. Like, that was on me. I actually don't have that one substantiated because Dennis did the same thing that I did. But I don't believe that Kenny's dead. I don't. I refuse to believe it. I don't think he died. I did not see a body, so I'm saying he's alive. Because if I trust anyone to get themselves out of a horde of zombies, it would be Kenny. And with the exception of myself. Lee, of course. But Kenny, I feel bad about that. I really do. I shouldn't have had... well, I don't even know if Krista would have jumped down there anyway. But Kenny, I hope we see again in Season 2, because I don't think he's dead. And if he does come back, I feel like he would do well by Clem. Kinda. I don't know. I know I called him an asshole a bunch, but I did really like him as a character. So then we can go with Lily and Larry next. Oh god. Bad decisions were made. Bad decisions were made. Also some good decisions. I am glad. I'm not glad that I called Larry racist, because that was an accident. I didn't really mean to do that. I was looking at the word asshole, and I was like, oh, well, he is an asshole, so I'm gonna call him that. And then I didn't realize that it included the word racist asshole until after I said it. I was like, oh, well, I don't really think he's racist. I think he just doesn't like me. But, okay. And then at the dairy, I did try and save him. Like, I'm okay with that decision. I'm glad that I tried to save him, because, like, he could have come back. We don't know, because Kenny decided to friggin' smash his head in with not an ice block, a salt, like, whatever, thing. And then Lily, I don't know how to feel about Lily. Like, I thought we were kind of getting along, and then she pulled all that shit on Carly, and I was like, I take it back, Lily, we are not getting along. And I ditched her. And I don't remember if I actually said this in another episode. I might have, but I did talk to Dennis about that one as well, and he told me that if you take her with you, once you find the train, she just straight up steals the RV and leaves. And I was like, where are you gonna go? You can just go backwards, I guess, but I mean, you're running straight into bandits and zombies, and, like, that's not awesome. But okay, girl, you do you. So, yes, I killed Lily. Yes, I'm okay with that. Because she killed Carly, and I was mad about that. Carly and also Doug, I guess, on the same coin. Doug, I guess, I didn't really get much of a chance to know him, because I killed him like he was the first person I killed, besides... Oh, no, I forgot about, Hot Guy. Oh, God, what was Hot Guy's name? That was the first guy I accidentally killed because I couldn't push a tractor. Herschel and Hot Guy. Seriously, what was his name? We'll just call him Hot Guy. They were cool. I don't know. We weren't really around them for long enough for me to make an opinion on them, so, like, whatever. Hot Guy was hot, though. I can tell you that. Sean? Was that his name? I think that was his name. Okay, Sean. I think that was his name. I think that was Hot Guy's name, but I prefer Hot Guy. Anyways, back to Doug and Lily. not Doug and Lily. Jesus, what is wrong with me? Doug and Carly. Doug, I thought was interesting, and I would replay the game again to keep him alive and see what happens. Only because, like, one of the options that I apparently did on the, like, that little spreadsheet thing I got at the end is you told Doug he was a weird guy. You weren't wrong. I would like to know what that means. So maybe I'll find out. I don't know. We'll see. He seemed pretty cool. I was sad that I had to kill him, but I really preferred Carly, and for good reason, because I got the romance plotline kinda, in a way, I guess. Should have kissed her or something, I don't know. But, I honestly really liked Carly as a character. Like, she was really cool, and a real sharpshooter, which is cool for a girl. It's cool for them to give a girl with guns. Like, that's awesome. And I mean, I thought she was great. I thought she was an awesome character. Although, another strategy to getting through that game, probably without telling everyone that you're a felon, is letting her die. Which I never really thought of until, like, the motel, when she's telling me that I need to tell everyone that I'm a felon. So that's kind of interesting and an interesting way to play the game. I would actually replay the game for this. Like, to check it out and see what happened. Mark, hot guy number 2, was with us at the motel. I mean, we weren't really around him for that long either, and I feel like we missed out on a lot of his backstory. Like, not missed out like me playing the game incorrectly, but missed out because, as far as I know, they didn't put it in. So, like, is that part of maybe 400 Days or, like, Season 2? I don't know. He's already dead. He can't be in Season 2. Ah, the dairy. Good times. But I liked Mark. He was pretty cool. Although he did tell Larry that I said that he was a racist asshole. So that wasn't cool, Mark. Not cool. What we shit talk stays between us. So yeah. I don't know. The dairy was a thing. I don't really want to talk about them. They kind of grossed me out. And I was like, ew. You're disgusting. Ben. I was a mess after that recording session, and that was on my birthday, just so you know. That was the first decision I made as a 20-year-old, was to kill Ben. Oh, that was awful. I didn't really know what to think of Ben. Like, sometimes I thought he was really suspicious, and it proved that I was right, because he was the one that was getting food to the bandits, like an asshole. I mean, why would you even fall for that? Like, we saw his friend die in the woods. We saw him get taken by zombies. Ben, why would you fall for that? You're an idiot. But other times he, like, was really cool, because he, like, hero worshipped me, and, you know, it's always good to have someone around who hero worships you. But a series of bad decisions led to me killing him. And I'm just pissed because he said that he wanted me to do it. He was like, just let me go, man. You can save everyone else. And then he started yelling at me from the bottom, like, Lee, don't do this. And I was like, well, it's kind of too late now. I'm sorry about that. But something that I do want to say about that is that I was looking through my achievements, and I know my recording was really weird, and it was, like, not framed correctly and not showing you what the achievements were called. But I was getting an achievement for every time I finished, like, a chapter of the story. And I'm missing 2 chapters from chapter 4. Or, like, from episode 4. And I'm thinking something must happen if you keep Ben alive. So, if you guys would want to see a bonus video of me replaying episode 4, like, I wouldn't show you the entire replay. I would do the exact same things that I did up till the bell tower. And instead of killing Ben, I would save Ben. And I would see what happens, because honestly, I don't know. Like, I feel like that still won't go well, because in order for the plot to move on, Clem has to get kidnapped. So I don't know why she would run out on me. So what I think has to happen is that Kenny's gonna kill Ben. So I was like, I don't know, like, something's gotta happen. So if you would want to see that, drop me a note in the comments. I'd be more than willing to put that, like, play that as a bonus episode. Because I'm kind of curious myself. So if you want me to record it, let me know. Okay, who am I missing? I think just Krista and Omid is all I have, right? I think that's everybody. Krista and Omid, I liked them. I wasn't sure if I was going to upon their original introduction, but I decided that I did. They were fun characters. Omid was a little crazy. Krista was a little... made some questionable decisions. But, overall they were good, and I expect them to come back in Season 2, because I told Clem to go stay with them, so they should come back, hopefully. Okay, whoa. Hold up there, Dee. Future Dee here, cutting in the middle of editing. There's something that I forgot to talk about Krista and Omid, that I really actually want to share with you guys, because it's a theory of mine that I have that'll be really interesting if it's substantiated in Season 2. So, while I was going through the game, with the parts with Krista and Omid anyways, I drew a conclusion that may or may not be correct. And if it is correct, do not confirm for me in the comments, because I don't want to know, because I'm pretty sure if it is correct, it's going to have significant plot importance in Season 2. My theory is that Krista is pregnant. Why do I think Krista's pregnant? Well, for starters, I first started to get suspicious when she threw up upon seeing the dead dog, because yeah, it was gross, but no one else did that. And I mean, I argued that off in my head as like a weak stomach, and I think I almost started to talk about it there, but I didn't because I didn't have any more proof. And then in the next, where am I going with this? In Crawford, when we were talking to Krista in the medical office and she saw the sonogram on the floor, she reacted very emotionally to the sonogram. And really, I mean, I think that's all I got for proof-wise. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's an interesting theory on my part, and it would be really interesting to see how that comes into play in Season 2. So, yeah, I'm gonna be quiet now. Future D out. I think that's all the character. Well, okay, with the exception of Lee and Clem themselves. Clem, as I'm sure you all can tell through the entire project, I love Clem. Like, baby, she's so cute and so tough. And I'm honestly, imagine yourself as the 9-year-old going through all that. Can you imagine yourself doing that? No, me neither. That's right. I would probably just curl up in a ball and cry and not come down from the treehouse ever. So, good for her, and I am really excited to play Season 2 and see how her character develops even more. And, she did make the questionable decision of running off with the strange guy on the radio. Okay, but I can forgive her for that because she just wanted to know where her parents were, and the guy was lying to her because he was kind of a dick. And then Lee. The most character development I've seen in probably a while. Just think about where you start that game. You start that game in the back of a cop car. And then you end the game handcuffed, which I kind of find ironic in a way. But, it's like dramatic irony. Is that what that's called? I don't know, I'm not an English major. And he finds this little girl, and he's gonna do anything he can to save her, even if that means having her shoot him because he's gonna turn and he doesn't want to hurt her. That is true love to me right there. And everyone who claimed, during the game, not all of you, but everyone who claimed that I was a bad parent, hey, screw you, okay? Because I did well by that girl, except for that one time that I made her cry, because I made some bad decisions that one time. But, other than that, I feel like I did the best I could. And I've taught her the survival skills she's gonna need in Episode 2. I hope. We'll see when I play it on my channel. It's probably not going to be for a little while. I need to calm down from the first episode, but it will happen eventually. I can promise you that. Also, 400 days will happen. Dennis told me it's really good, and it'll be good to do in between some projects. I can do one episode at a time. So maybe I'll do that. Because, I think that would be interesting to see. And there's some achievements for it, so for my completionist status, I need to get these achievements. I don't know. I knew how the game was going to end, but clearly, as you heard in the finale, I had no idea that it was happening that quickly. I feel like Episode 5 was shorter than the other ones, but that could be because the first episode that I did of Episode 5 was a 40-minute episode. And that's kind of a long episode. And then the other two were probably, I think, around 25, 30 minutes each. So I guess maybe it evens out, but the other ones took me 6 or 7 episodes to complete. So Episode 5 was kind of short, but wow, like, I knew it was coming, but I still didn't want it to happen. Like, and I'm glad that I made the decision to have her shoot him. As hard as it was, like, I feel like that's the right way for him to go. I wouldn't want him to turn. Like, even if he was handcuffed to that radiator forever, like, I would just feel like that's a horrible ending for him, and I would never want that. So I'm glad that I made that decision. I'm pretty okay with all of the decisions that I made in this game, I think. There's not one that I can go back and think, man, I really regret that decision, I wish I hadn't done it, except maybe Ben. Maybe. That's a big maybe. I don't really know what else I have to say about Walking Dead. If you guys have any more specific questions for me about my feelings, because I don't generally talk about my feelings, it's kind of hard for me. So if you have any more specific questions, or like why I reacted to certain things the way I did, or even telling me things that I missed, like, I'd be more than happy. But to answer / look at those in the comments, the one thing that I ask is please don't spoil anything for that end of episode 4 that I haven't seen, where you save Ben. If it is different, don't say anything about that. Don't say anything about 400 Days. Do not say anything about season 2, or I will be very, very sad, because I really want to play it. I want to play it for you guys. I want to play it blind. But if you spoil it for me, I can't do that, because season 2 for me is not like season 1. I don't know anything about season 2. Literally nothing. And I'm going to keep it that way until I play it. I think that's it for Walking Dead. I had a lot of fun with the project. I mean, as much fun as you can have in a game about the zombie apocalypse. It actually took place really close to where I spent a couple years of my life. So I think that's funny. It's like, oh, I recognize this, and I've been to Savannah a couple times, but I didn't really recognize anything because I haven't been since I was pretty young, so I don't really remember that much. And it was a great game, and I highly recommend that all of you go pick it up, because it's a life changer, really. The emotions, it's real, it's super real, and you know. So I'm going to actually leave my question in the description of the playlist to you, viewers, in the comments. Would you want AceFangirl on your team in a zombie apocalypse? Because at this point, I don't really know. There's someone inside. Is it a zombie? Anyways, so timetable for the next couple weeks. This week, this comes out on Saturday after Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving, I will have had my Thanksgiving special, so I probably talked about this a little bit already. I'm recording these out of order. But my plan, the next game that I want to LP is Holiday Star. I don't want to start something super story heavy, because I don't want to have to interrupt it when I completely stop everything to do Holiday Star. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I still don't have a release date for Holiday Star at the time of this recording, I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna do one of two things, actually. I'm still deciding. I am either this upcoming week. I will post it. I'll tweet about this later once I decide. I will either be going on hiatus for my usual week break between LPs and hoping that Holiday Star comes out then. Actually, I probably will do that. I'm gonna take a week hiatus. Wait for Holiday Star. If it doesn't come out in a week, I'll play a couple more games of Town of Salem for you guys. Because, I mean, I have a lot of fun with it, so I might as well just share it with all of you. And then I'm hoping to get another couple projects recorded during Thanksgiving. Maybe a couple more singing videos. We'll see. Also some stuff for Game Cola, like the Phoenix Wright walkthrough and Game Cola Sims, which everyone on Twitter has been harassing me about. So those will be coming out over on Game Cola, hopefully sometime soon. So I hope you'll go check that out. That's something else I'm very active in. I mean, thank yous for this project. I really want to thank Dennis, of course, because he kind of got me through all of the emotions of this project and kind of was the one that persuaded me to do it. So thanks, Dennis. And thank you, all of you guys who liked, commented, subscribed, everything. I got over 100 subscribers during this LP, and that's kind of awesome, actually. Like, I'm not really expecting anything. Like, I just do this for fun. Like, and hopefully it makes someone smile. That's all I want. So if I have, then mission accomplished, I guess. And then contact info. If you want to contact me, probably the best way is through my Twitter, which is at AceFangirl, no caps. And then I'm becoming a little bit more active on Tumblr, which is where I talk about most of my crazy anime obsessions. I forgot my Tumblr handle for a minute there. I'm sorry. Turnabout Diana is my Tumblr handle. I don't even know if it's called that Tumblr URL. Sorry. I just call everything handles. If you want to just hear about videos, I would recommend checking my Facebook group or page or whatever, which is AceFangirl. And I think that's it. I read all of my comments, so if you have anything you really want me to see, you can also comment on my videos, and I'll do my best to get back to you. I think that's about it, actually. So I will see you whenever Holiday Star comes out, or I will see you in Town of Salem. Bye, guys. Fangirl out.